And welcome to Latimer Park, ladies and gentlemen. Major sorry for delays and things. In fact, the kickoff here itself has been delayed until 3:15, which is why you're only just hearing our voices now. But if you are here, again, apologies for the lateness of us coming on and lack of pre-show antics and things. We've had a few difficulties technically, which we won't go into because there's no point now, because we're up, we're running, we're ready to go. And all I'm going to say is the crowd here is phenomenal. Since about 2:15, there has been chanting from both sides, and it has not stopped. It's still going on. The tin hat end is rammed to fit to burst. Opposite the opposition today, AFC Diamonds have brought a good helping as well. At one point, the queue for the turnstiles was out of the car park, spiraling round towards actually the centre of Burton Latimer at one point. It is a big game, and it's not just because it's a derby. You look at league positions, you look at what it means, you look at the fact that it's the first league meeting between these two sides. It is absolutely massive, and you will catch, hopefully, the majority of it live here on Poppy's TV audio, and then the highlights a little bit later. Well, joining me up on the gantry today, not Mr. Foreman. He's busy helping out with the influx of people who are coming through the turnstiles. So I'm going to be joined by my usual away team member, which is Mr. Paul Cook.
Good afternoon, Ed.
Yes, how are you?
Absolutely wonderful.
Happy New Year to you.
And to you too.
And to everyone else.
Everyone else. I hope you had a good night last night. We're hopefully going to have a good afternoon, a delayed kick-off, as Ed stated. The ground is the fullest I've seen since we played Slough Town in that playoff final. There were 2,300 that day. There are 6 and 7 deep on my left-hand side of Kettering fans, and to my right-hand side, 6 and 7 deep of Rushden, AFC Rushden and Diamonds supporters. So it's going to be a good crowd. We did have a guess the gate attendance before we came on air.
You might want to change yours.
I might want to change mine, but we'll give you those details later. We have got the team lineup for you for Kettering Town. It reads like this. In goal is Paul White. Number 5 is Gary Storer. 6, Michael Richards. 7, Lyndon Meikle. 9, Dan Holman. 11, Rhys Honus. 12, Dion Kelly-Evans. 14, Marcus Kelly. 15, Declan Towers. 19, Craig Stanley. And 20, Adam Cunnington. And your subs today for the Poppies are 3, Ben Toseland. 4, Brett Solkin. 8, Aaron O'Connor. 10, Ben Mills. And 16, Luke Graham. Our visitors line up like this. In goal is Ben Heath. 2 is Zach Reynolds. 3, Sam Brown. 4, Jack Westbrook. 5, Alex Collard. 6, Blaze Punter. 7, Albie Hopkins. 8, Ben Farrell. 9, Tom Lorraine. 10, Ben Diamond. And 11, former Poppy, Nathan Hicks. The subs for the Diamonds today are 12, Jack Bowen. 14, Joe Curtis. 15, Declan Rogers. 16, Matt Berry-Hargreaves. And 17, Nick Pickworth. And the referee this afternoon is our good old friend, Robbie Dadley. And he's ably supported by Joe Clark and Joe Woolmer.
Wow, we're just getting confirmation, Mr. Cook. Attendance-wise, not official final attendance. All we're going to say is, already through the turnstiles, 2,000 people have come in. 2,000. Well, that is every single one of our predictions out the window.
By a long margin. Mine
way.
of 1,300, and Mr. Spearman went for 372. I mean,
no, but this is going to be an incredible afternoon, and I tell you what, if there are goals, which we expect there probably will be, whoever gets it, the noise is going to reverberate around the whole of Northamptonshire, I think, because there are a lot of people, and none of the people in here want to be on the losing side of this game of football.
Diamonds come into this in good form themselves. They haven't lost in the last 9 games. They came back from 3-1 down with about 5 minutes to go on Saturday to draw 3-3 with Biggleswade. 9 men Biggleswade side, but they still came back and snatched 2 penalties in the dying embers of that game. That will give them all the confidence. Kettering, of course, had that great 0-0 draw away at Kings Lynn, a game perhaps they should have won. This is also the first meeting between a Northamptonshire side, well, a Kettering Northamptonshire derby since 1938 when we played Stuart and Lloyd's Corby in the Southern League Cup second round. We never met anybody else on New Year's Day, so this is a first as well. And as Ed said, Kettering in second place. Rushden and Diamonds in 4th place. It's going to be a classic fixture, we hope. Ground does look a bit heavy. We haven't had any rain, which is good. The Kettering half the Water Tin Hat, looks very, very sort of wet and damp indeed. Little light sand in the middle and sand in the goal mouths as the fans are still streaming in on the far side. If you've just joined us, it's going to be a 3:15 kickoff. We'll go through the lineups just before we start off again. At the moment, we've got the Rushden and Diamond subs warming up out there. All the Kettering squad are in the changing rooms. And we are, Richard Atkinson is waving at an imaginary friend over there on the other side of the ground.
I didn't see anyone waving back, so...
No, as I said, it's imaginary. So that Kettering fans have come out in force as well as the visitors in the Brian Martin's pallet stand from the £5, please, Brian. And we welcome Richard Atkinson back from his tour of Goldilocks and the Three Bears from Newcastle. Welcome back, Richard.
Paul Gascoigne's son was in that, wasn't he?
He is still. In fact, we've got another 3 weeks to go yet, so I'm back there tomorrow.
Has your son waded through the showers fully clothed yet?
Yeah, I had a quick word with Mr. Gascoigne. He said, "Oh yeah, Kettering Town, I remember them." He said they asked me to get them out of the 3rd division, and I did. I got them into the 4th.
The odd ones are the best, aren't they? These jokes. Keep them there. I can see why you have got your full-time job.
Yeah, excellent. But yeah, you're saying about the ground. Obviously, the trust are running the Tin Hat Fund now to try and put a new terrace.
How's that going, Richard?
We're about 1,500 quid already without even trying very hard. It's amazing. We've only just launched it, really. We haven't started pushing it as such. We've launched it over Christmas, obviously, which is a difficult time for everybody with, money and stuff. So we weren't expecting to get much money to start with, just getting it out there. And yeah, we've got the board of sponsors that people can sign up for, get their name on the boards that will go on the new terrace. And we've got the FA Cup selfie competition that started, and people are starting to show an interest in that. They can join in. Just all the details are on the Poppies Trust website.
You are creating a little video, aren't you, as well, I seem to remember?
Yeah, we'll have a series of reasons to support the Tin Hat Fund, which will be appearing on social media as and when we've got them done. But yeah, £25,000 sounds like a lot of money, but if you break it down, if you think 600 people average in the ground, that's 42 quid each.
Nothing really, is it, if you look at it that way?
When you look at it that way, or, if everybody puts a couple of quid in the collecting buckets every match, that's probably £1,000 a match, 10 matches, 10 grand in the bag. If you break it down, it's not actually that huge amount of money that it seems if you say £25,000. And the more people that get involved and help push that along, the better, and the sooner we can do it. I'd love to think we could do it by the end of the season. I know I'm always hugely ambitious.
Purest optimism.
Yeah. I didn't say which season, of course, but for me, I'd like to raise 40 grand and get a double-sized one there and have a proper home end. Do you know what I mean? And for me, I don't think that's impossible. But obviously, money's tight for everybody. It's difficult financial times. We've had Christmas and everything. But if we just keep it rolling along, we can get there. So, make this a real home. And of course, we can then pick it up and move it to French's Field when the time comes. So.
Well, let's hope that that gets underway really well. I'm sure we'll hear more from you about that in the coming weeks, months, years.
You can bet on it.
Bet on it. He's already rifled money out of Ed Palmer and myself, which is quite difficult to do at times, but he's managed to do that. Gary Foreman has, in fact, joined us up here on the gantry, so we'll probably get a few words with him as the game progresses. If he's awake. Yes, he is awake. He had thumbs are up. John Dunham's got an injury to his leg as he came up the gantry. He went down. He's now got a whopping bruise, almost his kneecap. But
I think he's been ruled out of this game.
He's been ruled out of this game
on an injury basis. The vets have just lost their star player, I think.
Is John in the vets then?
He doesn't mention it, no.
Well. Well, team's not out yet. James Brighton is walking over the pitch, the centre circle here. Hopefully we'll see...
a forlorn figure, doesn't he?
He does, yes. Hopefully we'll see him in a Kettering Town shirt in January. Of course, it's a New Year's Day today, the first game of 2019. Couldn't be a bigger game in many respects, Ed.
No, neither of these teams will want to go into the last year of the current decade with a loss. It's been a decade which, let's be honest, has been topsy-turvy for Kettering, to say the least. But they will want to end it right, and they're going to want to win this game. We've got about 7 minutes till kick-off or so. In fact, the tunnel's coming out now, so I can see the referee, Mr. Dadley, with the ball in his hand under his right arm. The players are ready. The referee's just waiting for the teams to come out of their respective changing rooms. The dugout the tunnel has been pulled out. I can see the assistant referees' flags just fluttering as they move about, knocking on doors, making sure the players are ready to enter the battlefield. And with the current weather and the games we've got on it, it does resemble a battlefield at some times. The pitch, it's very heavy. It's going to cut up very, very quickly. In fact, it's already cut up quite a bit from the warm-ups. And you can see the majority of the teams warmed up on the side closest to us. You can see where the churns come up from their pre-match warming ups, so to speak. And the opposite side is actually looking a little bit green, so that could be good news there. I can see a couple of police officers who are milling about. They wouldn't expect any trouble. And we've said that everyone wants to just talk about the football and nothing else. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a few words from Mr. Foreman when he's ready in a second.
Aaron O'Connor walking over. Kettering fans in full voice on our left-hand side as the teams are in the tunnel for this game. Happy New Year to you, Gary. Good to see you.
Happy New Year, Paul.
Didn't think you were going to make it. I thought you were going to be a bit trampled over in this crystal maze of getting here. It's difficult, isn't it?
It was an early start this morning from Pembrokeshire to come back for the game today, but had to be done. And yes, as you say, I arrived. I was on the table as usual in
Is that
the
legal?
home section. Yes, yeah. And we were selling Klondikes like hotcakes, sold out of programmes as well. So very busy, and you know, you could just see looking around the ground today. It's 2 or 3 people deep everywhere you can see.
It's 6 and 7 down here, isn't it? Both sides where we are. It's incredible. I'm not seen, as I say, this full since that Slough Town game. Let's hope the result isn't the same as that. Teams are in the tunnels as we speak. Kettering going to be playing obviously in their red and black stripes. Rushden and Diamonds, AFC Rushden Diamonds playing in a neon yellow shorts and blue tops, it looks like. It's a strange sort of colour, really.
Yeah, well, they're going to stand out. We won't get them confused with the Kettering players, that's for certain.
Well, we won't. As I say, this is, if you've just joined us, we are kicking off late, 15 minutes late, as the teams now enter the arena, and the roar is amazing here. It's not been this loud since Brett Salkin got his wallet out a few weeks ago, and it's always a joy, that is. They're not playing in blue tops. It's a sort of greeny grey shirt with neon yellow shorts and grey-green jade socks. And they're now lining up on the far side as both sets of fans cheer their heroes onto the pitch. It's fantastic to see Latimer Park this full. If only we could create this week in, week out, it would be fantastic. And so Gary Graham is just going through the teams on the main tannoy. I will go through them here for you if you can't hear that. It is Paul White in goal. Number 5 is Gary Storer. 6, Michael Richens. 7 is Lyndon Meikle. 9, Dan Holman. 11, Rhys Honus. 12, Dion Kelly Evans. 14, Marcus Kelly. 15, Declan Towers. 19, Craig Stanley. And 20, Adam Cunnington. Your subs today are 3, Ben Toseland. 4, Brett Salkin. 8, Aaron O'Connor. 10, Ben Mills. And 16, Luke Graham. AFC Rushden Diamonds read like this. Ben Heath is in goal. Number 13, Zach Reynolds. 2, Sam Brown. 3, Jack Westbrook. 4, Alex Collard. 5, Blaise Blunter is 6, Albie Hopkins. 7, Ben Farrell. 8, 9 is Tom Lorraine, 10 Ben Diamonds, and 11 Nathan Hicks. Will be quite familiar with this service. Their subs today are Jack Bowen is 12, Joe Curtis 14, Declan Rogers 15, 16 is Matt Berry Hargreaves, and 17 is Nathan Pickworth. The referee today is our good old friend Robbie Dadley, assisted by Joe Clark and Joe Woolmer. The captains, referee and mascots having their photographs taken in the centre circle. Just heard that Stourbridge are losing to Barwell, I believe.
Brilliant.
So that's if that can continue, that's great news. But Barwell most likely will concede about 7 goals in the last minute.
Yeah, they've not been in the best of form recently, Barwell. So
well, they did win 4-0 on Saturday, didn't they? So
yeah, might have turned a corner.
Well, there goes Chump the Lion. He's going off with the mascots. Richard Lavery down here. We'll hopefully get a good cabaret act from him as usual. Peter Short is here for us taking photographs this afternoon. And we are changing ends, are we? No, we're staying as we are. So Kettering are going to be kicking from left to right towards the Brian Martin Pallant stand, and AFC Diamonds will be kicking towards the Tin Hat. So we're nearly underway here. The first Northamptonshire derby since 1938 on New Year's Day. The first between AFC Rushden and Diamonds in Kettering. Let's hope it's going to be a cracker. The referee's counting the players. We're about to go. Both sets of supporters are rallying their teams on, and we are ready. Matt Spearman climbs up after getting the music sorted out. Hand raised by the referee. We are waiting with tenterhooks here as we're about to get this game. This one, it could be a title contending game. Ed Palmer's shaking like a leaf, and and we're off. It's Stanley getting his first touch of the afternoon, trying to find Cunnington, but it's cut out by Sam Brown, only to Richards. Finds Nathan Hicks. He's pushed the ball to Ben Diamond. He gets it back to Hicks. And on the far side, it is the number 2, Zach Reynolds, playing a long ball. But Storer cuts that out and puts it out for the first throw-in.
4-3-3 for AFC Rushden and Diamonds. That's matching our formation today, Paul.
Yeah, so Nathan Hicks has pumped the ball forward, but Kelly's underneath it. He's beaten to it. And Ben Diamond flicks the ball onto Kelly for another Diamond throw-in by the halfway line. Lights are on here at Latimer Park. And throw-in been taken. It is Diamond on the far side on the byline. It goes out and Kettering get their first throw-in. It's going to be Gary Storer going to get the ball from one of the fans down that end of the pitch. So it says Storer then with this throw-in. Longish throw-in towards Cunnington, who's beaten to it. Richards slices the ball towards Honus. It goes back to Mills now. Diamonds get the ball away through Farrell, who played that one game for Kettering when they lost 7-0 to Bashley. A wayward ball there from Meikle, kept in though by Holman. Back to Kelly Evans, but a poor ball from Kelly Evans to Nathan Hicks. Diamonds get the ball back to Lorraine, the leading goal scorer, 10 goals in the league, 13 in all competitions, and the ball has found its way back with Ben Heath.
Quick start to the game. Neither team being allowed to dwell on the ball, as you probably expect in these early exchanges.
Ben Heath's kick there met by Declan Towers. He finds Holman in Kettering's half midway through. It's now to Meikle, trying to find Cunnington, but that's won by the number 5 of Collard. It goes wide. Can Kelly get there first? He can't. Reynolds beats him to it, does well, gets the ball back to Westbrook. Long ball for Lorraine to chase, but it's too much. Paul White comes out, being shepherded by Stanley. Paul White in all green, doesn't conflict with the Rushden kit. And Heath in this all orange number. But Paul White then with his first touch of the ball rolls it just outside the penalty area. Low trajectory towards Cunnington, who flicks the ball on. He does, but it isn't met by Holman. Diamonds get the ball away, but only as far as Declan Towers on the halfway line. Towers takes his time. He looks up, puts the ball one way, decides again, still in the circle, finds Holman. Holman's got 3 around him, trying to find Honus. Picks the ball through to Honus. Honus is through here. Can he get through? And the flag is raised for offside. Very close.
Yeah, Dan Holman threading the ball through. Rhys Ernest, though, unfortunately, just going a half a second perhaps earlier than he needed to. Although, to be fair, if he hadn't have gone when he had gone, I think Ben Heath would have collected the ball anyway. But that's the pace that Rhys Ernest has got, trying to get in between the centre half and the right back there on that occasion.
Well, Heath's ball is being put forward towards Lorraine by the corner flag. Puts the ball in here for the number 7, Hopkins, and that goes into Paul White. Paul White's arms. And he sends away Meikle. Meikle now with a bit of space to run at here. Hicks tries to close him down. Overlapping Kelly Evans has now got the ball. Kelly Evans is down on the right-hand side. Goes inside, put the ball back to Meikle. Meikle might try and put one on. Sends Hicks the wrong way. Still with the ball, puts the ball in here. And Holman couldn't get onto it. And it finds its way back at Ben Heath in the 6-yard box. So 0-0 here at Latimer Park in this crunch game. Top contenders for the championship. We do hear that Stourbridge are losing 1-0, but long way to go as Holman gets the ball to Meikle. Meikle over the halfway line now. Sends away. No, he doesn't. He's got Kelly with him on one side. He's got Cunnington in front of him, and Holman puts the ball through towards Honus, but Honus won't keep this in, I don't think. No, he can't. And luckily, nearly did. It goes out for a goal kick, much to the delight of the Diamond fans who are behind that goal mouth, the Brian Martin Pallets stand. So Ben Heath going over to the other side of his 6-yard box, taking his time as the players move over centrally towards the running on area of the ground, the entrance, the pitch tunnel, let's call it, all in that section of the pitch, all grouped together. Heath were with the ball, going to be met by Stanley. Stanley wins it, but it goes out for a throw-in to Rushden just by the halfway line on the far side. Quite a pleasant afternoon for January. Not often we say that, and not often we get a game on New Year's Day, but we have this time. It is Westbrook with the ball, and just hear that Stourbridge have equalised against Barwell, and it is gone for the first corner of the game to Rushden and Diamonds there by, I think it was Stanley put the ball out. It's going to be Ben Farrell to take this. So Kettering have been a bit susceptible from set pieces in recent weeks, although they were pretty sound at Kings Lynn. Not too much problem from Gash and Marriott, but certainly in Lorraine and Diamond they have two players there that also can cause plenty of trouble. But it is Farrell with this corner, comes in low towards number 4, and Westbrook's header goes over the bar to the delight of the Kettering fans there.
He got half a yard on us there, Paul, though, from the corner, which caused Mr. Lavery to jump up and remonstrate with the defence, saying get closer. And we will certainly need to do that from all set pieces today. Certainly don't want to give any soft goals away here this afternoon. As Paul White launches the ball forward, and Dan Holman gets the ball under control to Kelly Evans, who plays it forward. Flicked on by Kelly to Rhys Honus, having a run at the defence, going past Brown on the right-hand side. And he's brought down, and no penalty for Kettering.
Well, there's the first contentious decision of the afternoon as Rhys Honus was running through there. He was brought down, went down in that penalty area. The referee, Dan Lee, waves it away, and the Rushden and Diamonds fans there baiting Honus as he was left flaying on the ground. Like to see that one again. We will at some point, but first thoughts, Gary?
Difficult to say. I said we'll see it again, but for the angle we had, there was a crowd of players right in front of us. Couldn't see the challenge. The reaction of the Diamonds players suggested that he went down too easily, but there might have been some sort of contact because of no yellow card given for diving. Well,
it's Honus again now, breaking away on his own. He's got 3 round him. He's beaten to it by Westbrook, and Meikle gets in, but he's put down by Lorraine. Lorraine feeds the ball through. Paul White's going to have to come out here. He does. Clears it. No danger there. It's going to be to Blaze Punter. I had a trial with Kettering a couple of seasons ago before joining Barwell. He gets the ball back to Hicks. Hicks finds Brown. He pumps it forward, but Towers pumps the ball high towards Cunnington. Cunnington adjudged to have fouled, and the Rushden player making the meal of this by holding his head as if he's been touched by a locust. And it is Westbrook who's down there. Looked like he'd been felled by Mayweather, but he hadn't.
Yeah, no, he hadn't. There was some contact, but nothing in it really to any extent. Free kick, nothing more. But Ben Heath will take just outside the centre circle in the Rushden and Diamond half. Going to launch this one forward, probably looking for Mr. Lorraine up front.
Ben Heath then delivers the ball into the Kettering area towards Diamond there. Underneath by Towers, gets it away. Holman's had to go back to clear this. Gets it to Kelly Evans, who pumps the ball forward, but only towards Westbrook. He chests it down. Good work there. He got the ball to Hicks on this left-hand side. He flicks it through to Diamond. Cut out by Holman. Richards gets the ball and sends Honus away, but Westbrook should put that ball out. And Mike Capps does a wonderful job there of patting it down. And that's myself and Mike Capps who can touch the ball. Ed Palmer still hasn't been able to get it anywhere near a ball for the last 5 seasons. But it is Kelly Evans, left-footed towards Kelly. Kelly flicks the ball, goes one way, does very well, keeps up. Thought about a shot, hasn't. Sees Storer, doesn't use him. Plays it on the right-hand side to Honus. Honus by the byline. Dribbles by Collard in the penalty area now. He might try a shot. Does it? Blocked! And cleared, but only as far as Declan Towers. Towers has to look back, puts the ball back towards Stanley. He's in Kettering's half. Stanley, long ball for Meikle, cleared by Westbrook, and that goes out for another Kettering throw-in on our right-hand side. Good work from the Poppies, putting the Rushden defence under pressure. It's Kelly Evans, back to Honus, back to Kelly Evans, puts one ball in here towards Holman. Holman chests it down, they're claiming handball, nothing given. Back to Richards, Richards back to Holman. Holman might try a shot, doesn't, look towards Cunnington. Slipped, and that was very, very unlucky for Kettering as that slip by punter almost allowed Cunnington to tap the ball in, but it skewered by him and went harmlessly out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good dummy miss kick that was from Blaze punter. Obviously not intentioned, but Adam Cunnington.
Wouldn't that have been a shame if that had gone in?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, if Adam Cunnington had carried on his run, he would have probably had some joy out of that. But I don't know why punter miskicked it. Perhaps he took a bit of a burnt bobble.
Ben Heath gets it away, but Richards wins that header only towards Hicks, who pumps it forward. It's flicked on by Hopkins. Towers heads the ball back, but only towards Lorraine, who heads it down. Storer clears it towards Cunnington, but he wins the ball to Honus. Honus, good square ball here now for Holman. Holman with a bit of space on this right-hand side. Honus wants it one way, he's been knocked off it. Still Holman with the ball and whacked away by punter. And that should go out for a Kettering throwing deep in our own half as Towers runs into the mass of Kettering fans on my left-hand side. He throws the ball back to Paul White. White gives him the ball back, and Towers slowly advances forward with a few options on. Ball is sent long towards Cunnington. Cunnington wins the header, but it's cleared by Westbrook. Diamond gets the ball, but can only trap it to Kelly Evans. He finds Holman now. Holman with a bit of space on this right-hand side. Finds Lyndon Meikle. Meikle back to Holman, but it's a poor ball from Meikle, and it's cleared easily by Sam Brown, who pumps it straight into the arms of Paul White, some 40, 50 yards away. He's rolled the ball out now to Craig Stanley, making his home debut. Was impressive at Kings Lynn on Saturday. He gets the ball out on the far side to Storer. Storer just over the halfway line, clips the ball in, but it is... hit by punter, and it comes off Kelly if it goes out. It hasn't gone out. It's in by Ben Diamond, loses it to Storer though. Storer flings the ball over towards Cunnington. Cunnington, overhead kick, misses it. And the cheers, even Ed Palmer after that one. It was an overhead attempt by Cunnington. The Diamond fans like that one. You can talk us through that one, please, Gary.
Well, yes, a bit of an embarrassment moment there for Adam Cunnington, but he's had a bit of a smile about it as he picks himself up. Very, very ambitious overhead kick that I think even Cristiano Ronaldo would have struggled to get any contact on.
Yep, that was the first real, I suppose, lap of the afternoon, but yeah. Adam took that in good spirit. It's a throw-in on the far side to Rushden. It's with Westbrook now, just over the halfway line, flicked in towards Tom Lorraine, and it comes off Stanley for a throw-in by the small little tented stand on the other side of the Latimer Park pitch. As I say, it's a rammed, packed Latimer Park, and it's fantastic to see. We'll be looking forward to see what the attendance is here this afternoon. Throw-in been taken. It's with Hopkins on the far side, still Hopkins with it, and it is a throw-in right by the corner flag. So as near as you can get to the corner flag, there's going to be a Rushden throw-in. Sam Brown trots over to take this. Well, Cessa fans now have quietened down a little bit. It's going to be a long throw-in from Brown. He's used to these long throw-ins, so it'll be a flick on. In comes the throw-in now. It's Cunnington underneath it, flicked on by the number 5 and tipped over the bar there by Paul White. Collard got onto the flick, made Paul White stretch, who just eased it over the bar. The first real effort, I suppose, of the afternoon, so it's a corner.
Yeah, comfortable save for Paul White, but again, it's a Diamond's head that got to the ball from the set piece. That's twice that's happened now, so a couple of sort of half warnings for Kettering.
14 minutes gone of this delayed kickoff here at Latimer Park. It's going to be a corner on the far side. Ball has been placed down, and there was a header at Paul White a few moments ago that he put over the bar. Corner comes in now. It's different this time. Headed out though by Kelly, and Kelly still wins the ball. There's Meikle, but Diamonds get the ball back to Hicks. Hicks pumps the ball forward, though. Headed on by the number 6 punter. But Cunnington gets it to Holman. Holman now puts the ball away and sets away Honus now. Honus has got barged off the ball by Reynolds, who does well and gets the ball away for the visitors to the number 7 Hopkins. Hopkins feeds it on the far side. Storer is there, so is Meikle, but Diamond does well, feeding through Reynolds. Reynolds looks up, plays a ball down the byline towards Diamond. He keeps it in right by the corner flag, being pressurised by Stanley. Still, and it comes off Stanley for a throw-in to Diamonds. In fact, it came off Stanley. It came off the Diamond, and a throw-in to Kettering.
That's better.
Yeah, we get there in the end, and it's a lovely January the 1st. No snow, no rain, no bitterly cold, doesn't sound like January at all, does it really? But ball back in play with Collard. He's trying to find it, but Towers gets the ball away to Cunnington, but he gives the ball straight back to the number 3 Brown now on the halfway line. Looks up, puts it back into the mix on the far side there towards Diamond, who heads it out of play uncharacteristically, and that should be a throw in to Kettering. Throw in to Kettering then, which will be taken by Storer halfway in Kettering's half on the far side of the main stands, opposite from where we're commentating from. Storer towards Cunnington. Cunnington flicks the ball on to Honus. Honus puts it to Holman. Holman got 3 or 4 round. He pumps the ball forward, and Honus can't get through. Good attempt. Heath comes out to stop the danger. Honus looks a bit deflated. Thrown out by Heath to Brown. Puts the ball through to Hicks. Cut out by Meikle. Meikle does well. Still Meikle with the ball. It's 7 against 7 as Hopkins tries to distract him, but it's still Meikle. Meikle turns, puts the ball to Evans. Kelly Evans now with a bit of space. Puts the ball long towards Kelly, but that should be easily won by the Diamond defence. Headed out by Brown. It's found Diamond. And Meikle somehow's got the ball back. Might try a shot. Does. And it's a long shot straight into the arms of Ben Heath from about 25 yards. Heath, low ball, goes over everybody except Declan Towers. Kelly trying to win it back. Doesn't, but Towers powers the ball into the air. And Cunnington gets the ball through to Rhys Honus. Rhys Honus might try a shot, and he's brought the ball back, having given Kettering the advantage, which was rather a surprise.
Well, I'm glad he gave the decision in the end to us. Yeah, I didn't think Rhys Honus was going to get in, but he could have played it for another 2 or 3 seconds just to make sure that was the case. But Kettering will have a free kick halfway in the Diamonds half, very central. Marcus Kelly is over the ball. I think he's going to be taking this one, and it's certainly going to be, it won't be a shot from there, but Kettering centre halves, both forward for this set piece.
Let's see what Marcus Kelly can do with this then. It's Kettering in a good position, central of the park. It comes in towards Richens. The back post comes in. High ball headed out though by Diamonds to Towers. Towers flicks the ball in. And that just goes over. And leaning back. And it just went over there. Ooh from the crowd as they were wishing it to be a foot lower. And that would have been in the net.
Yeah, good effort from Towers there. With that one, he's controlled it well for a big man, for a big centre half. Got the ball under control well. Quick shot, it had to be quick shot. He's been closed down. As you say, Paul, just a foot or so over the bar. But it's sort of 20 minutes or so of sparring, really, hasn't it, so far?
Yep, it's pretty even, Stevens, you'd expect. A bit like a chess game, the opening moves of a chess game. But 0-0 here at Latimer Park as Heath gets the ball. It's headed down by Stanley to Meikle. Meikle sprays it wide to Holman right in front of our commentary box. Holman with the ball on the halfway line, flicks the ball through to Cunnington, is under pressure. Cunnington still with the ball, goes wide. Got nobody with him at the moment to give him any help. Now there comes the help. Here's Lyndon Meikle inside the penalty area. Meikle goes one way, might try a shot here. Meikle fires. It's blocked by Hicks and headed out, but only towards Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans might try a shot. Go all the way through, weaving through, but cleared away again by Diamonds. Only to Dan Holman. Holman thought about putting one straight in. He needs some help. He's got nobody with him at the moment. Beats the number 7 easily. Might put a ball in now. Does low ball towards Honus. Honus inside the penalty area. Weaves one way. There's Holman, a little black flick towards Honus. Honus fires. Oh, that should have been 1-0. That was H's over there as it just went over. Heath would have been beaten. And that clearly is the best chance of the afternoon. But unfortunately for Poppy's fans, it went over the bar. And the look on Ed Palmer's face, who's alongside us in the commentary box, says it all.
Great move from the Kettering. Dan Holman, wonderful bit of skill on this near touch line. Sort of a see you later moment. That was fantastic. And a quick ball through to Rhys Honus, and yeah, it was a very good chance right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Fortunately for Rhys Honus, he just got his foot under the ball too much and sailed over the bar, but good chance.
Ben Heath gets the ball back into play, and towards Stanley, who finds Holman. Holman feeds the ball through to Cunnington. Cunnington needs to get his skates on here. Heath comes right out to the edge of the penalty area, collects it before Cunnington to reach the tap by him. Bowls the ball out on the far side to Reynolds. Reynolds with a bit of space to work with here. Puts the ball along towards Diamond, but Paul White easily catches that, comes running out with the ball and slows the game down. Still with the ball in his hands. Kettering fans singing away there behind the goalmouth. Fantastic crowd here at Latimer Park. It is Paul White's goal kick trying to find Cunnington. Cunnington loses out this time though to Westbrook, but it's pumped back in, headed out by punter to Diamond. Diamond flicks the ball through to Farrell. It's a chase on now for Lorraine. He's got Towers with him, and Stanley's come back. In comes Reynolds. Cut out though by Kelly. Kelly clears, gets the ball to Cunnington, who puts the ball delightfully to Holman. Holman puts the ball through towards Rhys Honus, but he can't quite get there. It's cut out by punter. Can Kelly or Meikle get there? They can't. And punter gets the ball out for a Kettering throw-in, but it's adjudged to have come off Meikle, rather surprisingly, for a Diamond throw by the Burton Park Wanderers stand, which is fully occupied by both sets of fans today. I'm going to hand you over now for the rest of the first half commentary to my colleague Ed Palmer, who is looking on here as Stanley gets the ball back to Paul White. Has to do or get the ball away. There's a bit of panic stations there.
Well, to say I've enjoyed the first 20 minutes has been probably not the word I would use.
You look nervous.
Yeah, I am.
Still.
Oh, the pace of the first half so far has been phenomenal. It's not one to calm nerves, it's one to grilled nerves. And Kettering have had two really, really, really good chances. Declan Towers, albeit centre half, could maybe do better with it. Rhys Honus, I'm sorry, has to.
Yes, I agree with that sentiment. I think Declan Towers did fairly well. But Rhys Honus, he's a striker. He's in a far better position than Declan Towers, and you'd expect it to make the goalkeeper work, as they say, from that.
Exactly.
From
that long throw-in went nowhere. It's gone out for another long throw-in, which the 3, isn't it? Sam Brown, the captain's taking. Leaning all the way back now, comes in, launches it. Flicked on, headed away, out for a corner. Probably could have had a shout from the goalkeeper there. It was going straight towards Paul White, but it all happened at very close quarters, wasn't it? I don't think he'd have got out of the way in time. But it is a corner. Kettering so far have dealt with the aerial threat of their opposition. But there will be tested again.
Yeah, looking to win the first header this time, though they've been winning the first header too many times for my liking at the corners so far.
That's it, good away from Storer. And Kettering have to get out now and squeeze. Ball goes high back in. Headed away by the Diamonds player. Actually, Holman's underneath it. Holman's won their header. And Meikle, he doesn't take the ball with him. Now he finds Dan Holman. He's got a man on his right. Knocks it past him. Still going Dan Holman. Still going Dan Holman. It's going to be a Kettering throw-in. No, it's not. It's a Diamonds throw-in. Holman not happy with the linesman on that one. And to be honest, I think the linesman's probably got that right, to be honest.
Yeah, it was come off Dan Holman last for a Diamonds throw. No doubt about that one.
throw in. Towers has fouled Tom Lorraine, nudged him in the back. So, free kick pretty much on the halfway line. In fact, it will be exactly on the halfway line. Oh, a yard, an inch further forward. And it's going to be Brown again to put this long into the box forward. There it goes. A thud as the ball launched forward, headed out. It's going to come to the number 4, is it? Yes, it is. Goes past Meikle a little bit too easily. Now goes out wide. Brought down the number 7. Looking for an option. Step overs. Goes in. Headed away at the front post by Towers for another corner. First corner from this side. The side where we are, the dugout side. The left-hand side of their attack. And it's Nathan Hicks over to take it. Ex-Kettering player, of course. Nathan played many times here at this ground. He'll be familiar. It's changed a little bit since he's been here with the changing rooms and what have you. Goes in. Cleared away front post again by Storer. Headed back into the mix. Storer absolutely wellies it. And Rhys Honus is going to cause some problems here. Forces the number 3, Sam Brown, to head out of play for a throw-in. That's good work from Rhys Honus. It's amazing how much work you can do when you're still nowhere near the ball, isn't it?
Yeah, one thing that Rhys has got in bags, of course, is pace, and centre halves don't tend to like that. It was the left back covering that time from the corner, and had no choice really but to just put the ball out for a Kettering throw rather than risk Rhys Honus getting on the end of it.
Meikle goes back to Storer. It's cut out too easily. They go down the line now. It's Lorraine. Storer. Oh, he just picks his pocket, goes up to him, takes the ball, runs away with it. Storer on the left-hand side now, cutting inside still. Holman's there. Holman takes a touch. It bubbles up. He goes over the defender. Goes again. Tries to lob the goalkeeper. That is poor. That is poor from Dan Holman. At this time, we've seen Adam Cunnington try overhead kick and Dan Holman try and lob the keeper on his line. These are things you do when you're 2-3-0 up, not when you're 0-0 in the local derby.
No, I think Dan Holman thought it was his only opportunity of getting a strike on target, but as it wasn't even on target. So, yeah, a bit more sparring. Diamonds have certainly forced a few corners. Kettering, though, have created the chances in open play.
Flicked on. Richards doesn't get there. It's out on the far side now, down the line, and it's Stanley who's going all the way forward. He's now out of position, and away come Diamonds on the right hand side. Storer gets a boot in. It's stayed in play. Storer has to come back and recover. He doesn't. Ball goes in. Back post. It's Kelly Evans. It's a mismatch. And I tell you what, Albie Hopkins has got to do so much better. It was a mismatch. Hopkins is a good, what would you say, about 5-6 inches taller than Dion Kelly Evans. And he's out jumped him. He's as free a header as you want to get, really. And he's put it, well, 5-6 yards wide.
Yeah, slight warning again there for Kettering. It was a good run from Zach Reynolds on the right-hand side, the right back, and pinpoint cross that came in, as you say. Big height advantage that Albie Hopkins had. He got his header on it, but was well wide.
Oh, Kelly's won the header well there. Honus tried to head it through, didn't quite get there. Cleared away. Towers knocks it to Stanley. Stanley backpedals and then lofts it only towards the number 4 for Diamonds, who heads it back. Kelly Evans has got time, takes a touch. Now puts it forward, back to the number 4 again. Not a great ball. Takes a little bit of a heavy touch. Now it's with the 3, Brown. Brown looks up, plays down the line. Kelly Evans heads away. Hicks is there, puts it up into the air. Lorraine's not going to keep that in. Oh, he does, actually. And it has stayed in. And Paul White will get the ball after. Sam Brown punted it all the way through to Paul White. Interestingly, we've got Sam Brown as the captain. He's not wearing an armband. Just trying to see whether they've forgotten it or whether someone else has been given the captaincy. But, there we are. Ball goes through. Cunnington's not going to get there. It's too far for Kelly. Richards nods down to Meikle. Meikle. Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans has got Holman there. Oh, it's taken a horrible bobble. And Kelly Evans just has to play it forward. That should be the goalkeeper's. And he's kept it in his area as well. Bowl was right, and there's a lot of space on that right hand side again. Kettering have got to shift over because away comes Zach Reynolds. Reynolds right on the touchline over there. Plays it forward. They're now going backwards. Going to look for Hicks. They do. Hicks has got Richards in attendance. Goes back to his centre half. Punter, I think that was. Couldn't quite see, and that will be Paul White, who takes his time. jogs out to it, stops the ball on the byline and takes it into his area in case he wants to pick the ball up. He's just got the ball at his feet at the moment. Now he does pick the ball up and rolls out in front of it again. Completely pointless. Not too sure why he's done that, but he's kicked it long. And Cunnington doesn't quite win that header. He had a lot of work to do though, Adam Cunnington. And that ball forward from Diamonds. Paul White gets another go at it. And but Adam Cunnington saying to Dan Holman, what exactly do you want me to do with it? Because I've had to run about 20 yards to get it. Towers hits long. Cunnington flicks it on. Honus wasn't running. And away come Kettering. Oh, Meikle nearly nicks the ball. He's done really well, Sam Brown. He goes past 2 Kettering players and now is breaking forward. Kelly's there in attendance. It comes out to Lorraine. Lorraine's got a lot of space on this left-hand side. He's got the number 3 going through. Sam Brown, it's an awful ball. It's an awful ball. He's just kicked it out of play. It's almost like there's an injury and he's just kicked it out of play, that one. That was not good from Lorraine. And as soon as he kicked it, you saw his hands go up and his face contort, and he knew that was a poor pass.
Yep. Yep, that's a freebie throw-in for Kettering.
Kelly Evans. No way. Referee says get up very strongly to the Diamonds player. That was a diving header forward. Meikle's never winning that one. Lorraine's going to win that one. And the way they come, Stanley's over to cover and clears away. Holman holds the ball up on the chest. Took a horrible bounce, but he's still got it. Still goes Dan Holman. He's got no options whatsoever. Has to go to Richens. Richens could be pickpocketed here. No, he turns well. He turns well. He turns really well. Goes long to Honus, and that's far too long. And Honus is going to watch this one go out to play for a goal kick. So not long, I wouldn't think, of this first half to go. Stopwatch there, about 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes.
Yep, I'd concur with that.
Still 0-0.
Yes.
Kettering have had arguably the better chances. Declan Towers
definitely.
blazing over. It was a difficult chance for a centre half, but Reece Honus should have done better from about 6 yards out.
Yep.
Bearing down on the goal on the right hand side. Tight angle, tried to smash it into the roof of the net, smashed it over the bar and over the Brian Martin pallet stand. £5 please. Holman's fouled. Holman's fouled. Yeah, he is fouled. And Sam Brown will contest it all he likes. Holman went for the ball. Sam Brown didn't. Holman was felled. Kettering have a free kick then, about 15 yards inside the Diamonds half. Just right of the centre circle as well. It's going to be Kelly on it. It's going to be left footed. It's going to be swinging up and in. Hopefully it's a good delivery. Kelly goes in, headed away, up and out, and it will be completed as well. And there's a counter-attack here for Diamonds. Kelly Evans has got to do really well. He's got some pace on him. Kelly Evans is marshalling him. Goes back to the number 11, Nathan Hicks. Hicks in the centre. Turn. Will go all the way over, surely. He does. Loads of space for him. Storr is out now to give him some company, but he's still nowhere near him. Down the line. Stanley's across to help. Back to Hicks on the edge of the box. Back out wide again. Ball to the number 4. He's got loads of space. He should touch and shoot here. Honus has come back. It's a shot. It's deflected through. Lorraine goes past. It's a goal kick. Well, it bounced through, and I tell you what, the Kettering defence are all looking at each other saying what happened there. Lorraine went through, got there first, collided with Paul White, but stabbed the chance past the goal. That is a big, big opportunity, and Kettering going to count themselves a little bit lucky there, I think.
Yes, it was the shot there from Jack Westbrook that was sort of semi-stopped and allowed the ball through to Tom Lorraine. And as you say, he was through on goal. Fortunately for Kettering, he did stab it wide, and that was the first let-off for the Kettering defence.
Was indeed. Paul White then bowls the ball to Declan Towers. Declan Towers has got Kelly Evans there, who he uses. He's now got a man on, has to go back to Declan Towers. Takes his time, looking for an option. Still got the ball, Declan Towers. Now goes. Cunnington wins the header. There's absolutely no one there. And the bench for Kettering have just thrown their arms all about and said, we've just told you to do it. And it's just a point of no one's got there. A little bit of frustration starting to seep in with the front line of Kettering. Holman and Cunnington in heated discussion.
I think it's just some advice to Adam Cunnington that when he goes up to win a header, to be aware where the Kettering players are around him. He's won quite a few knockdowns, but knockdowns directly for the Rushden defence, as it turns out.
Definitely throw-in taken to Hicks, back to throw-in taker, back to Hicks. Good football this from Diamonds at the moment, out wide again to the number 3. That goes onto the roof of the net, and a few oohs for that one. It was close, but
No cigar.
yeah, not really troubling Paul White. Paul White then with a goal kick, waiting for Cunnington to assume the position. Many times today, Paul White may kick this. There he goes. Towards absolutely no one. And thankfully, the 3-header from Diamond has gone out of play for a Kettering throw-in. Throw-in taken by Storer. Can't reach Cunnington. May fall to Holman. Holman in the centre of the pitch. Does. Tries to play it through. It's good defending, and Holman's coming back to try and help. That will be Paul White's. It's a poor ball forward, and White comes out. Takes a touch. Plays to Declan Towers. Declan Towers looking for an option. Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans plays. Cunnington flicks on. The shouts of hold. He didn't. And away come Diamonds. And away come Diamonds here. They could be through. It's with the number 10. Richards is coming back. He played it out to Lorraine. It's a bit behind him, but the chance still hasn't gone. Will be a cross in here from the number 2. Comes in. Front post. Paul White comes out. Collects. Stands up. Looks at the man who he collided with him as if to say, is that all you've got? It was very much a boxing standoff, that, wasn't it? Paul White collided and then just stood there and looked at him.
Yep. Yep, the Irishman stare given.
He's not small, is he? He's a Paul White. He's a big lad.
No, he's not. But I'd be grateful he's got the ball under control. Ben Diamond, who was having a fast run at the Kettering defence, and I think he chose the wrong option, fortunately, for Kettering in playing it out wide rather than taking a shot. So
Kettering started this game very, very brightly, and in the last 10 minutes or so have been ineffective at mostly everything at the moment. But Meikle has a chance here. Plays it to Dan Holman. Holman back to Meikle. Meikle looking for an option. Cunnington's gone down the wing. Not really where you want him. And he's not going to get there either. And away Nathan Hicks brings the ball. Turns. And they've got time. Ball there. Meikle wins the header. It's going to stay in play. Brings it under control, Meikle. Meikle's got Holman there. There he is. Holman. Bit of space. Clips it. Tries to put a ball through to Honus. But Kelly's going to get there first. He's on the left-hand side. Honus has gone down the outside. It's a poor ball. Honus keeps it in, but at the expense of possession, and then fouls his man. You know when you can see things that are going to happen 5 seconds into the future? That was one of those things, wasn't it?
Yeah. Marcus Kelly usually chooses the right option when he's on the ball, but on that occasion it certainly wasn't the right option.
See what he was trying. I think he needed to wait half a second longer to allow Rhys Honus to be level with the defender. He's left Rhys Honus with a lot to do to get round him.
He's quick, but he's not a greyhound.
Exactly. That he certainly is not. Free kick then. Taken. Long. It's going to go straight out of play for a throw-in. Kettering's way. Halfway inside their own half. Apologies from Ben Heath there to his teammates. Says, my bad. Throw-in. Looking for Cunnington. Falls over. But wins another throw-in, so not the worst outcome in the world. Another throw-in this side, this time in Diamond's territory. Storer takes it short to Richins, back to Storer. Storer cuts inside. Meikle has one touch at this. It's a heavy touch, and he may lose out here. Oh, it's really good work from Lyndon Meikle. Back to Stanley. Stanley to Richins. That's a heavy touch, and he hits it long, but Cunnington is going to get there, you know. Oh, it's just run away from him. And away come Diamonds again. Looking for options, go down the line. It's Lorraine. Lorraine back, and there's a run through here. Towers has to get this. Oh, that's so good from Declan Towers. He's taken 2 players out of the game with that slide tackle. Really, really, really good work. He's sold Holman short, though. He sold Holman short, and thankfully it gets away from the number 7. And it's a Kettering throw-in, but Holman was clattered after he lost the ball. Fairly, but it was strong. And the throw-in to be taken by Brown. Hicks turns, looking for an option. Plays it all the way over. In the centre now, it's the number 4, takes a touch. Great challenge from Richards. He's caught late, and the Kettering fans are unhappy. Paul White is putting his tuppence in.
Yeah, that'll be a yellow card. That will. He's left his studs in there on
there we
Michael
go, booking
Richards.
for the number 4, isn't it? Jack Westbrook. Again, it's one of those. He's not meant to. Richards has just got there first. That's all it is. They've both gone for the ball in a very similar manner.
Yeah.
He's just gone in with a little bit too much vigour, and Richards has got there first.
Yeah.
If he gets the ball first, maybe it's a different story. I mean, it was still a heavy challenge, but considering he got none of the ball either, he gets booked, and that's probably the right
Fair
decision.
Move on, as they say. And Paul White.
then. What can he do? Let's hope his kicks can actually find someone this time. They go long. It's looking good towards Cunnington. Blocked off, wins the header. Fouls the man. And Adam Cunnington is livid with referee Robbie Dadley.
Didn't see anything wrong with that at all.
It wasn't much, really.
No.
He's going to go in the book here. Well, he definitely will do if he doesn't stop talking, Adam Cunnington. He's going to get a talking to by Robbie Dadley.
There. He had his eyes on the ball. I thought he actually won the header. And he didn't have his arms raised particularly that I could see. So but the referee was Johnny on the spot, I suppose you could say. He's a lot closer than what we are. So, well, should we give him the benefit of the doubt or not?
Well, why not? We never usually do.
I say it's Christmas, but it's gone Christmas.
It's a new year,
isn't
New
it?
Year.
It's
Maybe our New Year resolution.
We'll give him a New Year's slate, yeah.
Good work from Storer. He has been fouled as well as he tried to get the ball away. He got tripped. And a free kick for Kettering, deep inside their own half, by their own corner flag actually. Kettering Town fans adhering themselves to Tom Lorraine, saying he may have enjoyed Christmas a little bit too much. Nice way of putting it.
Yes, nice way of putting it.
So, Paul White then, can he find Adam Cunnington, who is feeling a little bit targeted at the moment? You can tell by his body language. He's obviously going for the header and getting penalised every time he does. Richards puts the header into the air. Kelly nearly gets there. Towers heads it back. Cunnington flicks it on. He's got the call to hold, but he's actually found Rhys Honus. Still going Rhys Honus. It's a good challenge. Falls to Lyndon Meikle. Meikle has to get the ball to Holman. He does. Holman, he just met two Diamonds players. And the ball goes long, and Lorraine tries to go past Towers. Towers leaves it for Paul White, who hits long. Holman is offside. And the header goes out of play for a throw in. Holman, I think, is struggling a little bit here. I wonder whether
He's got a blood injury, has
it? Blood injury again. Well, Holman's saying there was an elbow, and there is quite a lot of blood there.
Yeah. I don't know whether it was an elbow. I think it was a stray hand.
Well, he's
in the face for Dan Holman, who's forced to come across for a blood injury. So Kettering temporarily down to 10 men.
Second in 2 games that for Kettering Town. They had a blood injury at Kings Lynn as well. It took a lot of time for Richards to get back on the pitch. Good work from Cunnington, but he's the man you want in the box, and he's at the corner flag at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a goal kick. Cunnington's lost the ball. He has. Cunnington's unhappy with the linesman, but
no, I think it's the right decision. I think Adam just forgot to kick the ball. Quite simply.
It's that simple, isn't it?
Yeah. He just forgot to kick the ball and tried to buy a corner, and in the end gave away a goal kick.
3 to go, says the referee.
3 minutes. Dan Holman's still off, being attended to on this near touchline. So Kettering will stay with a man disadvantage.
Flicked on. Well cut out by Stanley. Richards puts the balls through. Honus is going to have to do a lot of work now because Holman's out of the game at the moment. Flick down the line. Hicks is there. Twisting, turning. Good challenge from Towers. Really good. Clears away as well. Honus isn't going to get there. It's a really short pass, and they've got away with it, Diamonds. And they could get a little bit more out of it as well. They go back to the number 2. Back to Farrell in the centre. Farrell to Collard, the centre half, to his partner, Punter. Punter down. Storer takes a touch. Goes long, trying to set Honus free. Honus might do something with this. He's kept it. It's held up for him. He's got to do something with it though. Honus, and he's got no options whatsoever. And what he shouldn't have done is lose the ball. And the ball goes long, cut out by Stanley. Oh, and the ball bobbles up over Kelly Evans, and it goes out for a Diamonds throw-in. So, Sam Brown with the throw-in right in front of us. Steals 2 or 3 yards, as usual. Good header from Towers. Meikle gets the ball high up and away. Holman still not dealt with. Good header from Kelly, although he loses the ball, and that goes right up into the air from the number 4. That's a foul. That is a foul. 4 is already on a yellow card, and Holmes has gone down holding his head. There's going to be 1 additional minute. There hasn't actually really been that much stoppages, I guess. I mean, there'll be 1 here.
Yep, just a minute to play extra. So it's on the floor still with it's a bit of a knock to the head, more than a hand to the head than anything else. So I think he'll be fine. And he's back on his feet.
Yep, and Holman's going to be allowed back onto the field to play as well. He's been checked. So, throw in. Free kick for Kettering. Where have I got that from? Towers to take it.
Come on,
yard or 2 inside the Kettering half. Clips it forward, looking for Cunnington. He's not going to reach him. Meikle heads forward, headed out. Meikle takes a touch. Plays it through to Honus. Honus flicks it to Marcus Kelly. All the action on the edge of the box. Back to Meikle. Meikle looking for an option. Plays it through. That's poor from Lyndon Meikle. That's really not a good ball. But Richards has done well. No, he hasn't. He's nudged the Diamonds player, and it's a free kick. And that will probably be the last action of the half. We'll go in 0-0. It's in terms of chances, it's 2-1 Kettering, I'd say. But
yeah, not a huge amount in it. First 15 minutes, it felt like a bit of a derby game. People closing each other down, 100-mile-an-hour type of game. But since then, it doesn't feel like a derby game. The crowds have been fairly muted. As you say, 1 or 2 chances at either end, but nothing material. But still 45 to go. Assuming that the referee blows up from this long free kick, which I assume he will do, or pretty soon after.
I don't know. There was a stoppage for Honus, so he may add on to added on, if you know what I mean. Stanley puts out for a throw-in, but it's half-time, so they won't take the throw-in. Well, half-time here at Latimer Park. It is it's Kettering 0, AFC Diamonds 0. Not really much in terms of talking points. Kettering had a few good chances. We saw Adam Cunnington try an overhead kick, which he was about as far away as it is from here to Mars. Got absolutely nothing on it. Although, if it goes in, imagine the
worldie.
scenes. Exactly. But
a complete worldie that would have been.
Tried it, and then after that, Declan Towers had a half volley from the edge of the box, but centre half is a difficult enough skill anyway, especially not when it's your speciality. And then Rhys Honus had a chance, which arguably should have buried when he went through
the game so far,
one-on-one, angle closing down. See what he tried to do? Tried to smash it into the roof of the net, so there was absolutely no danger at all. Maybe he should have just kept it on target, but blazed it over the bar. Diamonds had 1 really good opportunity when a shot was deflected into the path of Tom Lorraine, who went through one-on-one with Paul White, stretching, poked the ball wide past the post. And that's really all the Golfmouth action we've had. We've had a yellow card for the number 4, Jack Westbrook, for a robust challenge, but nothing too bad. And a blood injury to Dan Holman, and that's pretty much been about it.
Good summary.
Nothing to add. Nothing to add. So we're going to take a break for, let's say, 10 minutes or so. We'll reconvene when the players come back out of the tunnel, and join us again for the second half. It's Kettering Town 0, AFC Diamonds 0.
Welcome back to Latimer Park for the second half of this entertaining New Year's Day fixture. Kettering Town, the Poppies, against AFC Rushden and Diamonds. Teams have just come back onto the park after the half-time break. Paul White having to go and face the Rushden and Diamond fans in the Brian Martin stand, getting a bit of a gentle abuse, we'll call it, from the fans.
Banter?
Banter is the word, is it?
Yeah, banter.
But we have got the attendance for you already, and what an amazing attendance it is, of 2,147. So there we are. Excellent. None of us were anywhere near that with our guesses.
Nope, that's more than I thought, for sure. Very decent crowd, and hopefully, as most of the fans here today are Kettering fans in the home end, they will go away with a victory based on the second half performance today, and return, of course, on Saturday when we entertain Tamworth in our next fixture here at Latimer Park.
Yes, I don't think there'll be 2,000 in on that day, but let's hope that we do win this one, and quite a few of those fans that stay with us as we progress, as the referee and linesman coming out. Music. So Marcus Law walking with Neil Griffin over the halfway line, strolling on. As I say, it's a 0-0, a game of very few chances. Probably Kettering have had the better chances early on, but AFC Rushden Diamonds came into it themselves, and 0-0 is probably a fair reflection of the game. Reece Holness had a very good chance, so did ball was actually blazed over the bar, but there we have it from 6 yards or so. Rushden had their chances as well, but it's Rushden going to be kicking from left to right. Kettering obviously then kicking from right to left, kicking towards the tin hat stand that houses all the Kettering fans. So ready to start away, referee's ready. He signalled to his linesmen and to both goalkeepers who are ready. And here we go, the El Clasico. I've been criticised for saying that it isn't an El Clasico because one team's got no history, but I won't say about that. But we're underway, and it is Rushden with the ball with Brown on the far side. He's found Reynolds. And in fact, it's Hopkins back to Brown. Brown pumping the ball in towards Hicks. Hicks heads the ball on towards the number 10. And Stanley gets the ball away to Cunnington. Cunnington puts the ball back to Meikle. Meikle under pressure. Comes off the referee who's in the way. Flicks the ball through, and away comes Storer now. He's under a bit of pressure. He's got Kelly with him. Gary Storer flicks the ball through, but cut out by Reynolds. And danger averted for the Diamonds at the moment. It's back with Nathan Hicks, the ex-Poppy. Pumps the ball forward towards Lorraine. And Stanley does the easy thing and puts the ball out. Gives the Diamonds a throw-in on the right-hand side, about 10 yards or so from the corner flag. It's going to be taken by Zach Reynolds, who's going to probably put a long one in. No, he's changed his mind. It's a quick short one to Hicks. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds puts a low ball in. It comes off Storer. And it's the first corner of the second half to AFC Rushden and Diamonds. And it's going to be Ben Farrell who's going to take this. As I said, Farrell played that one game for Kettering at Nen Park against Bashley, which everyone thought was the last ever game. But he's here now as a fully fledged Diamond. He's going to take this corner, which is just out of our vision slightly, as I have to crane over the stand. And it comes in now towards the unmarked Hicks. Comes in a shot, it's blocked by Stanley and then put out again by Stanley, who pumps the ball forward towards Meikle. Now Meikle has got some space here. He's got Kelly with him. Flicks the ball through to Reece Holness. Reece Holness got a one-on-one. He comes through. Holness fires one in. And Holness had a very good chance. It went over the bar. And anything low would have given Heath a little work to do, but on that occasion it went over.
Yeah, to be fair to Reece Holness, there was a big bubble there as he went to shoot.
I thought we only had bubbles at Kings Lynn, not Burton Bubble, surely.
Yeah, we did get bubbles, unfortunately, and that one didn't go in Kettering's favour. But yeah, Reece Holness again using his pace, and a decent ball through from Lyndon Meikle to find him. But yep, the bubble did it for him there, unfortunately.
Ben Heath with the goal kick gets it underway. Towers wins that to Kelly. Kelly flicks the ball on towards Honus, but it is the number 8 Farrell with it. Still Honus, being pushed off the ball, but the ball's back with Kelly Evans, who comes inside. It's Holman, in fact. He's lost the ball, and Diamonds lose the ball back to Holman, in fact. Holman then goes down, and the ball goes out of play. A rather scrappy period of play there from both sides, not being able to control the ball. You'd expect that in this tense derby, and it is tense. Some noise from both sets of fans now echoing around at Latimer Park as Richards tries to force Honus through, but it's going to be Brown keeping the ball out of play. It has. It's gone for a goal kick as he clatters into the sidings. The referee goes over to check that he's okay. He is. It's Ben Heath throws the ball into the middle of his goal. Obviously getting some advice from the Kettering fans who are packed behind the tin hat stand there. It's nice to see that full. Looks very good, actually, as the whole ground does. 2,147 here. Second highest gate ever at Latimer Park with Kettering. And Heath gets the ball underway, but flicked on only by Storer, but cut out by Stanley. He finds Meikle. Now, Meikle has a bit of space on this left-hand side. Comes inside the centre of the park. Plays it to the other side towards Holman. Holman flicks it in front of him. Brought down. Blatantly brought down. And he goes down. Kettering incensed by this as Holman goes down once again. And it's going to be the number 3, Brown, who's going to go this time, I think, into the referee's book for a blatant foul. That's 2 diamonds in the book.
Yeah, Dan Holman did very well there. He just got the jump on Brown. Sam Brown, the left back for Rushden and Diamonds. He was away. And yeah, I think it was a tactical foul, I think we could say, from Sam Brown to not let Dan Holman advance. And he gets his name in the book as a result. And Kettering have a free kick about 20 yards inside the Rushden half that Marcus Kelly is going to pump forward into the penalty box.
Yeah, they've not been too inventive from free kicks so far, but it's Kelly with it, right left-footed in there, little flick on, but he can't get there, headed out by Farrell, only towards Kelly, who fires one in. It comes off a diamond and is ricocheted for a corner. It came off Blaze Punter from a wayward shot by Kelly, and it's a corner on our left-hand side. Kettering fans are roused now in that tin hat stand. Oh yes, it is Kelly with it then. He's going to take this corner. Things are looking up here. The fans are getting incensed by all this now. It's atmosphere's developing. It's great to be here. In comes Kelly with a shot. Headed in. Oh, a free header there. And Holman, I think it is, just puts it wide of the post. And it was Towers, in fact, not Holman, but good effort from Towers. On target, that was in.
All came a bit too quickly to Declan Towers at the near post, that corner. Managed to get his head on it, but not much more could be said about the direction.
We are getting you all in here from New Zealand, the Philippines, I hear you from, Essex, and in Cornwall, and all over the place. Thank you for listening. It does make us all feel happy when you're all listening to us as Diamonds now get the ball away. Paul White having to come out easily does that and easily collects it. Yeah, from New Zealand to America to South Africa, you're all listening in. Many, many thanks for that. Hope it's coming through loud and clear for you. Poppy's International as Reynolds traps the ball from Paul White's kick, gets it to Diamond. Diamond, though, robbed by Meikle. Meikle, little dummy there, sends the wrong way, gives it to Cunnington. Cunnington flicks, but cut out by Reynolds, and he puts the ball down the line, but there's Stanley. He wins that to Richards, flicks the ball on. Chested down by Kelly, back to Meikle in the centre of the park. Now it's back to Rhys Honus. He's got Kelly with him on his left-hand side. Is he going to use him? He is now. Kelly with a bit of space. Wants the ball in the box. It comes in there. There's Cunnington, but headed out by Diamonds and cleared, eventually hoofed away high into the night sky, and it's going to put Kelly Evans under pressure as the large Hopkins is brought down by Kelly Evans, to the delight of the Diamonds fan. And incredible when you see the size of Hopkins, 9'2", and you see the size of Kelly Evans, 3'1". It doesn't really seem that was possible.
Yeah, I think he made the most of what little contact there was to earn a free kick. Like the little kid with a big grown man, wasn't it? Almost.
Well, the result is a free kick midway in Kettering's half on the far side, about 10 yards from the byline, but just by sense it's played short. It's going to be Reynolds, puts the ball in low, comes to the number 8 foul who can't control it. Hicks can, tries a shot in, it's a bit melee in there, in comes Hicks and tries a shot, it goes wide. Nathan Hicks fires one across the goal and scores! Nathan Hicks puts the Diamonds ahead. A low shot to Paul White's left, low and in the net. 1-0 Rushden.
Well, you have to say it was a good finish from Nathan Hicks there. Right-footed, we were sort of behind it, and it was angled right into the bottom corner. Paul White had absolutely no chance with that shot. Very good finish from Rushden Diamonds' perspective, from ex-Poppy Nathan Hicks. And Kettering now have got to rally in this game.
Well, the Rushden fans in their excitement have destroyed one of the sponsors' boards behind the goal. But irrespective of that, Nathan Hicks, the former Poppy, scores against his old club. And it was a good goal, a good drive by Paul White, who was at full strength. And now Kettering with it all to do. Losing 1-0 here in this derby match on New Year's Day. It is Towers with the ball in Kettering's half, pumps the ball forward. And it's a poor ball headed away by Alex Collard. He could have a little bit more time there to direct what he was going to do with it. It's a throw in on the far side. And looks like Kettering are going to make a substitution pretty soon. Kelly Evans with the throw-in. Gets it to Rhys Honus, but cleared by Diamonds high into the night sky. That's gone higher than the Star of Wonder. And it goes out of the ground. New ball required. Aaron O'Connor is getting ready to come on. Throw in from Kelly Evans to Holman. Holman down the far side by the corner flag on the right-hand side, still with the ball. Flick the ball through. It's a handball, nothing given. And ball back with Richards. Richards in the centre of the park. Squares it to Gary Storer. Storer flicks the ball through, but cut out by Diamonds. It's found Stanley, who heads the ball back into the mix. Cunnington's underneath it, flicks it on, but to no avail. And Rushden get the ball away. Plenty of space here for Brown to run at. In fact, it's Reynolds to run at. Cut out by Meikle. And it is a throw-in to Diamonds on the right-hand side, halfway in Kettering's half. 1-0 down if you just joined us, Kettering. And both sets of fans now getting behind their teams, as Brett Solkin also is beginning to warm up. But it's going to be Aaron O'Connor that's going to come on. Reynolds still with this throwing, takes it. Storer underneath it and gives away a corner. Rather sloppy effort there from Storer. Heads it for a corner when he could have headed it out the other way. It's going to be Nathan Hicks, the goal scorer, to take this. And Diamonds with their tails well and truly up at the moment. So now right-hand side, Hicks with this corner into the Brian Martin pallets, but it's hicked out. Long-range shot comes in, and that goes well over the bar into the car park, into the Morrison's end, and danger averted. But Kettering a goal down. And that'll be cheering people in Stourbridge and obviously in Rushden. Not doing much to my nerves here, by the way. I've not seen Ed Palmer look like this since last time he had to go and see Chesterfield play. But there we are, Paul White with the ball. Heads on to Cunnington, who can't get there. Meikle can, he finds Kelly. Kelly flicks on, but it is Westwood that gets the ball back to Punter. Punter, a wide ball on the far side to Hopkins, who keeps it in. But in doing so, gives it to Towers. Towers thought about a long ball. He's having to play it back to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans, long ball for Kelly to chase. He's got Collard with him. Collard should shepherd this out for a goal kick, and does. And a goal kick to Ben Heath, as O'Connor is stripped off now in front of us and waiting to come on to the park. Could do with an Aaron O'Connor wonder goal, or a goal as soon as possible, please, Doctor.
Be interesting to see who he comes on for, Paul. You'd have to assume he's going to replace one of the front three.
So there's a bit of an argument between O'Connor and the linesman and the Kettering officials, saying his underarm has got to be red and not black, although the Diamonds have got black on. But there's Holman, puts the ball forward towards Rhys Holmes. It headed out, and away comes Meikle, but cut out and hoofed away by Collard. Stanley under pressure as Lorraine's underneath it, but Collard does exceptionally well. Gets the ball back to Storer. Storer Long ball towards Cunnington. Cunnington heads the ball on towards Reese Honus now. Honus is outside the penalty area, goes one way, cut out, wants a foul, nothing given. Meikle traps the ball, does well, just outside the penalty area, puts the ball in, headed out. There's Cunnington, there's Kelly, and Kelly misses an absolute sitter. Absolute sitter, goes wide of Heath's post, on target, 1-1. Everybody up here and in the ground thought that was in, but it went wide.
I would say it was an absolute sitter, Paul, but it was a great chance. Adam Cunnington with the knockdown and finding Marcus Kelly around the penalty spot area. Perhaps you could say if it was on his left foot, it might have been in the back of the net. It was on his right foot and he dragged it just wide.
So Kettering missed a glorious chance there to level the scores as Hicks gets the ball towards the Diamond defence, but Kelly intercepts, gets it back to Storer. Storer takes the touch, pumps the ball forward towards Cunnington, but it's misdirected. And Collard gets the ball back for the Diamonds, who just hooks the ball out though for a throw-in on the far side. Kelly Evans goes to retrieve the ball. It's back into play, it's Holman with it now. Has to play the ball back to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans pumps it forward towards Cunnington. Cunnington does win that one. He gets it to Meikle. Meikle under pressure by 2, loses the ball. And away now come Rushden and Diamonds. AFC Rushden and Diamonds. Long ball, but Stanley should put this ball out. Controls it, does well. Plays the ball back to Paul White, who may have to be careful here. There's a touch, and then he's brought down by Tom Lorraine after he'd almost lost the ball. It was a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, you always got your heart in the mouth in those situations. The player advancing very quickly. Paul White caught in possession a little bit. Takes it to the side and, yeah, definitely fouled on that occasion.
Oh, Cunnington with the header from Paul White's goal kick, but cleared by Brown, but only to Meikle. Meikle pressing forward. He's got Kelly on the left-hand side. Kelly got a bit of space, puts the ball in low, and it comes off Hicks for a Kettering Town corner as the Kettering fans now begin to get rather passionate behind that goal and want to get an equaliser as they're singing now, come on you Reds, and we can do with a goal. It's going to be Kelly with it. Kelly then over the ball. In it comes now. Kelly, header, headed out, and headed out again by Collard. Only to Meikle. Meikle thought about a volley shot, doesn't get there, and it's on the far side with Stanley, who's in an advanced position. Unusual for him, but he puts the ball out of play, and a throw into AFC. A tackle came in there on Stanley. The referee's going over to make sure there's nothing, no handbags or anything. There's not. So still 1-0 to AFC Rushden and Diamonds. The all-important goal scored by ex-Poppy Nathan Hicks. And a good goal it was too, unfortunately. It was a well-driven goal across Paul White into the side netting of the goal. Hand outstretched, but he couldn't do anything about it. Foul throw. And referee now is going to have a word with Richins, who's the captain, but he's going to have a word with Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans is going over towards the referee, Dadley. And
talking to time.
Yeah.
Kelly Evans.
Little talking to as the night is, for the afternoon, a bit longer than it should be. We kicked off 50 minutes late here due to the crowds getting in. But everybody is well and truly in now, and one set of fans enjoying it more than the other set of fans, quite obviously. Ben Heath then with this free kick pumps it into the Kettering half. Kelly Evans is underneath it. He wins the header, trying to get it to Meikle. Meikle does get the ball, traps it, flicks it forward towards Honus. Honus to Cunnington. Cunnington on the halfway line. Still with Cunnington. Gets it to Meikle. Meikle does well, under pressure, 3 around him. Meikle gets the ball to Cunnington. Nothing up for much for Kettering at the moment, though. There's Holman now racing up there, along with Kelly. Ball forward, but poor ball from Cunnington, cut out by Diamonds, and that move has stopped. But Cunnington's in there again, gets the ball to Meikle. Good work from Meikle. And that should go out for a goal kick, and has done well, shepherded out by Diamonds.
Yeah, we've had a response from Kettering to go in behind. They've certainly taken the to the game to Rushden and Diamonds. One further chance created, that one for Marcus Kelly earlier on, but we still need to see more from Kettering now going forward.
Well, O'Connor has sat back down in the dugout. He's not imminently coming on as Diamonds get the ball to Stanley, but Stanley flecks a good ball to Kelly. Kelly with a bit of space to run now. He's on the left-hand side. There's nobody with him, though. Stora's behind him. He's got Brown in front of him. He gets the ball back to Stora. Kelly's gone wider, but Stora comes inside. Might try a shot. Puts a high ball in, and it's a pump for Ben Heath, who then does a dramatic fall down as if he's caught out an England batsman, but he's bouncing the ball around. Cunnington goes over to try and hurry him up, but Heath delivers the ball. It's a slice, and it comes towards Kelly. Kelly traps it, but won't keep this in, and doesn't. Throw in to Rushden in front of their dugout, the away dugout. It's going to be Reynolds with this throw-in, wiping the ball on his shirt, try and get some purchase on the ball, as it's a bit sticky out there. It's quite heavy. Pitch is doing well. It's not getting up too bad. Reynolds then gets the ball towards Diamond, headed out though by Kelly, who flicks it over his head. Back into Hicks though. Hicks gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds pumps the ball forward for Farrell to chase. Farrell inside the penalty area. He's got Diamond with him. Plays the ball wide to Diamond, has to keep the ball in just. It comes in off Richards, and a throw in by the corner flag to Rushden. Still no substitution being made. We thought O'Connor was going to come on, but he's suited back up. And it's going to be a throw in to be taken. It's taken a long time with this throw in. It is long throw specialist Sam Brown with the ball. Cunnington going back into the penalty area, the height of Cunnington to try and stop the height of Diamond 6 and 5. But it is going to be a long throw-in. Here it comes now. It is into the penalty area, headed out by Towers, but only towards Ben Diamond, who fires his shot wide of Paul White. No threat there, still 1-0. We are now going to make the substitution. In fact, it is Aaron O'Connor is now coming on. And he's going to replace. Let's see who Malk's going to put on here. Playing with the disco down there. Aaron O'Connor is coming on for Adam Cunnington. So Adam Cunnington hasn't done a great deal in the game today. Been a bit unlucky, but he's been replaced by Aaron O'Connor. And we all know what Aaron O'Connor can do when he is on form. Rather frustrated is Adam Cunnington, as Dan Holman was. So it's going to be Holman and O'Connor up front. O'Connor has given Holman some instructions. And
score a goal, perhaps?
Score a goal, yeah, that's one of them. And Paul White gets the ball in towards Holman, who mistimes his jump. O'Connor gets his first action of the afternoon, flicks it through to Rhys Honus. There's a whole ball there, and it comes off a Diamond player, although luckily, and they get the ball away. Pump the ball forward now. Towers needs to be alert here. He is alert, shielding the ball. This will go out for a throw-in for Kettering, and is. And for the final half of this match, I'm going to hand over to... oh, no, I'm not. He's... I'm going to hand over to Ed Palmer.
The reluctant commentator.
Yes, he doesn't look too happy, but when we score the equaliser, he will.
Well, hopefully that's now as Lyndon Meikle comes forward, loses the ball, carries on with it actually. Stops the ball dead, looking for an option. Plays a reverse ball to Holman. It's missed everyone. Can Kelly get there first? He does. Stora. Oh, he had Aaron O'Connor there. He's not used him. Aaron O'Connor's still wide. But there's nothing there. Kelly. Meikle. Is he going to shoot? No, he stopped the ball dead. He clips the ball in towards Honus. It's overhit. Well overhit. Goal kick. Well, change of tactics in terms of how we play, with Cunnington coming off, O'Connor coming on. Right decision. Cunnington actually hasn't been that bad, and the goalkeeper is going to be booked for time wasting here.
Yeah, referee striking early to stop...
Well, I tell you what, he's going to be walking a tightrope now, isn't he? As you get towards the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. If he's still doing that, it could be...
I don't think he'll be doing that somehow, Ed. I think he would have thought, OK, I've been booked early doors. Yeah,
it's very rare to see someone actually get sent off for time wasting. But there we are. But no, certainly different style of play. And let's be frank about it. No one's played amazingly, but Cunnington didn't play badly. Just the tactic wasn't working.
Yeah, it needed a change to freshen up the attacking options for Kettering. So no surprised that that change has been made fairly early by Marcus Law. The shape remains the same, even if the personnel has changed. But Kettering will be looking to keep the ball down a little bit lower and find the gaps for Aaron O'Connor and Rhys Hurnis and Dan Holman to operate in.
Towers heads that down, and it's not really a great header from Towers. Could be a chance here as Lorraine goes through. Now it's with the number 7. He's got the 10 outside him. He's not going to use him. No, he comes back. Well, I thought that was a foul actually, but Meekan's got away with it. Plays the long ball. Holman holds up wonderfully, but he's outnumbered again. And Towers' kick goes backwards, but thankfully Kelly Evans is there to spare him his blushes, and he's got time now. Kelly Evans goes long, looking for Holman. Holman, no big man up there to aim for, and no one's dropping down. And that's what the bench are so angry about, the fact that no one is dropping on these second balls. Paul White. Oh, well, I tell you what, he was on the line of his penalty area when he collected that one with the number 7 breathing down on him. Safe to say, that was very, very close. Ball goes long, O'Connor's running onto it, Honus is running onto it. Neither of them are going to get there. And it's a Kettering throw in. It hasn't gone out. It has now, and he's put it under no doubt either, as the Diamonds player has launched that.
Alex Collard putting that one into orbit, but quickly a ball is retrieved, and he's found its way already over to the far side.
Honus to Richards. It was a soft ball, but he's still getting there. Honus, Richards. Oh, Richards tries to play it through. Gets another chance. It's bounced off his shin. Throw in over there, and throwing over there. It's the number 3. Taking his time over it. Throw in goes long, as they all do from him. It's a good touch, and Diamonds are away here. Diamonds are away, and there could be a chance. It's with the number 10. He's got Storer with him. Still going, cuts inside. Storer's done so well. He's done so well. And he's set Lyndon Meikle away as well. He comes forward on the centre. Now out left towards Marcus Kelly. Marcus Kelly looking for an option. Still looking for an option, Marcus Kelly. He's got 2 Diamonds players in attendance with him. Comes back to Gary Storer. Gary Storer being asked to put the ball in. He does put the ball in. Holman can't get there. Headed away, and it falls to a Diamonds player. Kelly Evans trying to put something on him, and it's a Kettering throw-in. Honus back to Kelly Evans, back to Honus. Honus needs an option. He's going to look forward. He may have to go backwards though. No, he goes to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans does go backwards to Richins. Richins square to Kelly. Meikle, sorry. Meikle goes forward, still going into Meikle. Finds O'Connor. O'Connor's through here. O'Connor! Oh, he's blazed it past the post. He's hit it low with the left foot, driven it across the face of goal. One of the was a cross-come shot, I'm not sure from this angle. No one was at the back post to tap it in, and it's gone wide for a goal kick. Chances.
Yeah, it was hit too hard to be a cross, and it was hit too inaccurately to be a shot.
Is that a crot then?
It's a crot, a bad crot.
I'd see a doctor if I were you. He's then with the goal kick for Diamonds. Right-footed, he gets length on these, and he's done another one there, which is accurate as well. So Diamonds throw just inside their own half. Kettering may be thinking about another substitution soon. The board is lit up. No one's stripped off and ready yet. Few players warming up. Graham, Salkin and Milnes are warming up to our left. You would think maybe Salkin, but here come Diamonds. Long shot. Tame past the post, hits the hoardings. Paul White bowls for a goal kick. It's going to be Brett, Ben, and no, Brett's coming back.
Yeah,
he's the man who I would have thought out of the substitutes remaining would come on.
Mr. Kettering. He's going to be coming on the pitch shortly.
Storer then needs an option, goes left to Marcus Kelly. Kelly takes a touch, goes back to Storer. It could very well be Storer who comes off, and with a pass like that, Might be difficult to argue with it. Ball goes high up into the air. Storer's the man underneath it. Storer clips it to Meikle. Meikle, he's got O'Connor running. He doesn't use him. He goes inside. Still going, Meikle. Still going. Richens to Kelly Evans on the right-hand side. Being closed down quickly, loses the ball. No, he doesn't. He gets there after the deflection. Now it's Richens again. Richens plays a speculative long ball over to Kelly. It's a really good ball, actually. Kelly crosses. No, he doesn't. Now he does. Cut out. Meikle takes a touch. Onto his right foot. Meikle! Yes! Yes! Lyndon Meikle! If the first one from Diamonds was good, this is just as good. Lyndon Meikle cuts in onto his right foot, beats his man, and dispatches a rocket into the bottom corner. I think the goalkeeper got a hand on it. It wasn't enough. It doesn't matter. It's Kettering 1, Diamonds 1. Game on!
Lyndon Meikle. He's been my man of the match so far, and he's endeared himself to the Kettering faithful here this afternoon. Another shot outside the box, 25 yards. Aiming, zeroing in on that bottom corner. Ben Heath did get a hand to it. He'll be disappointed that, to be honest, he did not save it. But fortunately for Kettering Town fans, he didn't. It's 1-1, game on.
Oh, but here come Diamonds for a quick response. Headed down the line. Storer clears it to Meikle, the man of the moment. Meikle still going. That will give him bundles of confidence. And he's showing it. And he's tried to play a speculative ball to Honus. It's not going to reach there on the ground. Meikle has to get back up and into position. Kettering pushing. And Diamonds a little bit shaky at the back now. Really shaky at the back. Holman cuts out but cleared away. Towers wins the header. O'Connor's going to be the one jumping for it. O'Connor doesn't get anything on it. Diamonds tried to play out from the back. Clear long. Kept in. Oh, this is a chance. That's a really good header. And Diamonds could be turning this defence into attack very quickly. Kelly Evans has to shepherd the man out there. No foul, and Diamonds have the ball on the far side if they can get it in. Tom Lorraine is there. They play it to Hicks. It's a poor ball. Will it get to a Diamonds player? No, it's cut out by Towers, and then Kelly plays it into the gap. O'Connor's there, shrugged off, but the ball bobbles up from the number 6 and goes out.
Atmosphere has been raised. A few decibels added on for the Kettering Town fans.
Well, it's Kettering Town fans are jubilant now. Kelly, ball in, can't find Holman, cleared out. There's Meikle, shoot, say the crowd. He might indulge them actually. No, he clips the ball through to Honus. He's found Honus, brings it down. Honus turns. He's going backwards. Holman, oh, it's a poor ball. Holman shoots, deflected. Richards gets there. He can hit them. He does hit it. It's wide.
Well wide, slap shot there from Michael Richards, but Kettering fans behind that goal trying to suck it into the back of the net like they did the first one. And the atmosphere, I'd say the decibels are all coming to our left now, the home end. Rather quiet to our right this afternoon.
There's
now.
Still a lot of balls to be kicked though,
There's
Mr. Foreman.
Plenty of balls to get, plenty of minutes still to play.
Goal kick, headed straight back by Towers, brought down by Honus. Honus goes forward, goes past his man, still going. Reece Honus on the right hand side, he's got space and time. Cuts back, still goes. That's a foul. That is a foul. He was caught late, right on the edge of the box on the right hand side. This is a brilliant chance for a ball in the box. And the referee's going to have a word with the Diamonds player. He's going to check to see if Honus is all right first. I tell you what, that tin hat end are baying for blood at the moment. Look at them there. You can't obviously see them on the broadcast. You'll see that on the highlights if we put that in, especially if something comes from it. But everyone in that tin hat end is lent as far forward as they possibly can. They're going to try and suck the ball into the goal, I think, as it's going to be Marcus Kelly, left-footed, to take it. It's right on the edge of the area. He can swing this one in. If he puts it well enough, he may even get a chance at goal if he puts it into the danger area.
Across the keeper into the far corner.
Free kick in. Back post, keeper punches away. It's going to be brought down by Stanley of all people, playing as a winger. He puts the ball back in, it's high. It's not a bad ball. Oh, the header's lost and Hicks should clear. He does clear. Storer is going to cut that one out though. It's not a good clearance. Storer is still going. Gary Storer puts the ball in, headed away. Stanley's there. That's a foul. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a foul.
Yep.
Declan Tower's unhappy, but the Diamonds player got there first and Stanley went into after him.
Yeah, he went
nothing
in
it. Yeah, nothing in it. Again, two players going for the ball. One got there first, the other one didn't.
Yep.
Well,
Temperature, though, has certainly raised a few degrees since the Linda Meikle strike, as you would expect. Kettering faithful in good voice.
Diamonds look like they may be making a substitution as
Yep.
well. But they're not going to make it yet. They're going to have this free kick. It wasn't there anyway, but the goalkeeper takes it. Header won by Lorraine, and Storer just clears away. No one's there. Oh, he's missed the ball, the Diamonds player. And Holman is fouled, and that will be a booking. It's the number 4, isn't it? It's the number 4. He's already been booked. He might be gone here, the number 4.
Yep, he's gone. He's off.
He's gone to the
yellows.
book. And that is Westbrook. Well, he's gone to the book, the referee. It's the number 4, is it? Is it the 4?
Was the number 4? Surely.
It is. He's gone.
Yep.
Well, Diamonds down to 10. Well, listen to the roar. It's like a goal's been scored here at Latimer Park. Burton Latimer has been woken up by a red card.
Yeah, 2 yellow cards. He knew he was skating on thin ice when he put that second challenge in. And clear foul on Dan Holman. Referee had no qualms whatsoever in showing Westbrook the red card. Kettering punt the ball forward.
Cleared away. No, we don't. Meikle, oh, he lost that one, but it's going to fall to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans plays the ball. O'Connor takes a touch. Still going, O'Connor back heels it through to Meikle. It doesn't get there. Kelly's there though. Kelly can put a ball in here. Marcus Kelly, right footed. Oh, it's just got past the post. Holman. Oh no, it's a corner. Oh, well, the referee's given a goal kick. Everyone has sprinted to the corner flag.
Yeah, that was a strange one. Looked clear as day up here that it came off a Rushden Diamonds leg, but the referee said it came off Dan Holman's leg.
Well, Marcus Kelly had actually ran with the ball to the corner flag to take the corner.
Yeah.
Rhys Honus is absolutely apoplectic at the moment at the referee. That's a big call to get wrong at a time in the match for the referee. And Kettering clearly feel he got it wrong. Stanley with Lorraine. Towers heads it forward, had a bit more time than that. Hicks puts it through. That will be Paul White's all the time in the world for him. Picks it up. Bowls it to Declan Towers. Declan Towers looking for something. Is he going to go long into the gap? He does. It's been up into the air, not really out. Now it's out. And the Diamonds player falls over. Oh, that's dangerous from both players. And it's a red card for Richins. Well, we're all even. Richins went in with some vigour. He didn't get to the ball. He got to the man. And honestly, I really don't know whether he can have any complaints. Honestly, I think that is a really, really poor challenge.
It was a poor challenge. He left his feet, and you cannot lead your feet when you're making a challenge these days. You're in trouble straight away, and he didn't get the ball. He went straight in on the Diamonds player. I can't see who it is down, but he's getting treatment at the moment. But yeah, and just when Kettering have the man advantage and the tails up, unfortunately Michael Richins made a poor decision there, poor tackle. He's been sent off, and it's now 10 against 10 for the remainder of this game.
Well, advantage Kettering. It was a goal and then 11 v 10, and Richins has gone in, like you say, very, very strongly. And we could see from here, I'm pretty sure he left the ground at one point.
He did.
And that is the reason why Richins has gone. Kettering are unhappy, obviously, that the Diamonds player is back up and walking normally. He did roll around quite a lot about it, but every football player does that.
Yeah, it'd be no different if it was a Kettering player on the receiving end, I'm sure. So you can't complain about that. And yeah, Kettering got to go again now.
Silly, silly, silly. And that will give Diamonds a boost morale-wise as well, won't it?
Well, it will, because to be honest, they were out of the game for the last 10-15 minutes or so, and now it's given them a real shot in the arm that they can, well, at least see out the game.
Yeah, it was.
And not concede another goal.
Yes, another goal here would be crucial. Paul White takes the goal kick. Holman doesn't win it. Storer takes his time, brings it down. He needs someone on the left, really. Puts it into Holman. Cleared away. Kelly brings it down. He's got players on him. He goes back to Declan Towers. Declan Towers over the halfway line now. Goes out to his right to Kelly Evans. It's a weak ball. Kelly Evans has to put it forward. It's not bad though. Left O'Connor. O'Connor's through. No, it was just blocked by the last man. O'Connor felt he was caught there. Oh, and Diamonds just get away with it. No, they don't. Here's Rhys Honus. A long way out from goal. He's got Kelly Evans. He doesn't use him. He's not too sure what to do with it. Rhys Honus. Holman puts it in. O'Connor can't get there. Should be cleared. And Diamonds may come away with this as well, as there was a slip in midfield from Marcus Kelly. And here come Diamonds on the right-hand side of their attack. It's with their right back. Ball goes in. It's number 7. Plays it down the line. Lorraine is going to keep it in. You would expect he does. He's got Storer with attendance. Kettering need to get over because there's a lot of play there. And Storer's fouled him in the corner.
Needless foul, that one.
It's going nowhere.
Lorraine made the most of the contact, but there was no need to make any contact whatsoever and give him the excuse to go down. So
no,
it's virtually a corner because it's literally just outside the D of the corner spot area.
Well,
looks like Lorraine has hurt his hand.
And it looks like when he
process,
fell,
but
I think when he fell over, Storer sort of jolted forward with the shift of momentum.
He's making his way into the penalty box.
I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of space at the front post though. If he stays there, someone's going to need to pick him up. Someone's really going to need to pick him up. Ball goes in, cleared away. Really well done from Towers. That's not a great ball. He's found O'Connor though. Marcus Kelly's got away with that one. Meikle plays down to Holman. Holman doesn't get there, but it's a throw in for Kettering. Holman went to take it quickly, left it. Storer's going to take this one. It looks like there may be another substitution. Brett Solkin is going, you would think, to come on. Well, he is anyway. He's stripped off and ready, but who for? Who knows? Storer still going. Gary Storer. Looking for an option, goes all the way back to Lyndon Meikle. He's got a lot of space, Lyndon Meikle. Puts it in. Holman can't get there. Chance again for Kettering. His final score here in Stourbridge.
Lyndon Meikle.
Drawn.
Surprisingly, I think.
Well, the man of the hour.
Yeah, Meikle coming off. Brett Solkin coming on.
Hugs all round for Lyndon Meikle. He's had
a great game today.
He's a little bit disappointed he's come off, and why wouldn't you be? He's scored, he's played well.
Yeah, of course he's disappointed to come off. Wants to stay on. Fully understandable. But Brett Solkin, he's got a nose for goal. Can he come up with another goal to add to another chapter in the Brett Solkin Kettering Town history? We'll see.
Oh, Kelly Evans goes over the halfway line. He's looking for an option. Goes right to Rhys Honus. Back to Kelly Evans. That's a heavy touch for Kelly Evans, and yeah, it's well run by Honus because he's forced the Diamonds player to go and put the ball out of play for a throw-in. Gary Storrs just put another ball over there for no reason whatsoever. So throw-in for Kettering, deep inside Diamonds territory. Kelly Evans with it, no options for him at the moment from the throw-in. There needs to be some movement. Goes to Honus, goes back to Kelly Evans. Foul. Is a foul. Is a foul as well. It was a loud shout from Kelly Evans. Not too sure whether he needed to shout that much, but it was a foul.
He was joined in the shout by about 800 Kettering fans in that area of the ground.
Yes, just in that area of the ground as well. Let's point out, 2,147
It's not very
here.
often you say that, is it?
No.
Just in that area of the ground for 800 fans.
2,000 fans in here today are witnessing a New Year's game. Well, if all the games are like this in 2019, we're in for a treat. Kelly with a free kick, essentially where the same one was for Lorraine a few minutes ago.
Yep, near the corner flag.
Near the corner flag. It's going to be a cross into the box. Kelly crosses in. Header missed. Stanley heads it across goal. It should be cleared. It is. No one's up for Diamonds though. Storer lofts the ball back into the box. Solkin's there. Headed away. Oh, Solkin's adjudged to have fouled him. Much to the displeasure of everyone in red and black.
Yeah, Brett just had his arm up a little bit, and I think the referee spotted it and said that he was using it to hold down the shoulder or force down the shoulder of the Rushden Diamonds defender. So free kick, and ball comes forward again for Diamonds.
Here they come though. They're going to go on the right hand side. Gary Storer, he gets in front of him. Oh, it's just a heavy touch to O'Connor though, and so Diamonds will get another chance to come forward. There's a bit of space here, well cut out by Stanley. Stanley finds O'Connor in a lot of space and he's running forward. He's now being joined by two Diamonds players, but he finds Holman on the right hand side. It was a heavy touch. He's going to have to go backwards. He goes to Storer, who's got a bit of space now. Storer looking for an option, goes to Stanley. Stanley takes a touch, plays it square to Declan Towers. Declan Towers inside the Diamonds half now. Goes wide to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans goes down the line to Honus. Honus will have to go back to him, will he? No, he goes into Marcus Kelly. Marcus Kelly lofts the ball in. Solkin's there. Solkin can't head it. Storer! Oh, my word.
Well, Gary Storer, as they put into orbit.
I'm going to make a bold statement here. I don't think if there were 3 goals stacked on top of each other,
he would have missed the lot.
he would have still blazed it over the bar.
He would have still been over the bar.
That was one of those where he put his boot through it and put it the wrong way. It went higher than it did further on that one.
Yep. It was like a rugby post, and it still would have missed the top of the rugby post, I think, to be honest, Ed.
Certainly would have done. Diamonds have a throw in inside their own half. Substitution to be made by Diamonds.
Rushden making a change.
And it's going to be the number 9. It is Tom Lorraine coming off. He's obviously felt that the injury is going to hamper him. And Jack Bowen is going to come on for Diamonds.
We're told the game has finished at Stourbridge 1-1, so that's a positive result for Kettering.
It is. Kettering have got to get a positive result here, though.
Absolutely.
4 minutes left from when the game restarts, says the referee. So a goal now. Well, crucial. Game winner, possibly.
You'd think so. If any team can score in the next 4 minutes, it's going to be a game winner.
Got to be number 7, surely. Towers wins man of the match. Meikle will feel a little bit aggrieved for that.
Yeah,
he's done well and he's got a goal.
Yeah, I would give it to Lyndon Meikle personally. Declan has played well at the back, but people see games differently, don't they?
Oh, well, 3 minutes of added time. So that 4 minutes from the restart included the added time on, and there could be a chance here for Diamonds. Long shot. It's really poor. Really poor. Well, if Storer couldn't hit 3 goals stacked on each other, the Diamonds player there couldn't hit 3 goals stacked to the left of the current one.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to make another substitution, Diamonds, and they are happy with the point here. It's going to be the number 10.
Diamond. Ben Diamond.
For Diamonds.
That is. Diamond for Diamonds off.
And I can't see who it is at the moment. 15. It's going to be Declan Rogers. So, goal kick for Paul White, I think that's safe to say. Long kick, no Cunnington to aim for. Been flicked on by a Diamonds player, then cleared away. And then Stanley puts it long. O'Connor brings it down. Solkin's going to get there first. Oh, he's just blocked off and Hicks brings it away. Storer's putting some pressure on the number 7. Goes into Hicks. Hicks back out. O'Connor's going to put some pressure on. And then Diamonds go long. Stanley wins the header. Solkin can't get there. He'll get there at the second attempt though. Hooks it over his head. Headed away. Oh, well, Hicks won that unchallenged. And there was 2 Kettering players there to challenge him. Not a great ball forward, but Hicks gets there again. Towers takes a touch to Kelly Evans now. That's too far in front of him and it's a throw-in for Kettering. Diamonds want a free kick. There probably will not be that much time left. Now...
Nope,
Kelly.
90 seconds on my watch.
Kelly to Storer. Storer down the line to O'Connor. O'Connor to Kelly. Kelly's got Storer there. He's going to go long towards Solkin. Salkin doesn't win the header. Comes out to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans lofts it back in. O'Connor. O'Connor's there. O'Connor on the far side of the box. Cuts in. Oh, he doesn't take the ball with him. It's off to Kelly Evans, and that's a corner. That's a corner. It's a corner. It's a corner. Oh, it's like giving it a goal kick. Well, that's two. Yeah. The referee is giving us goal kicks.
That one was not quite as clear cut as the first one, going in Diamond's favour again, though, and I would say we're certainly into the last minute now of play. Ben Heath is going to launch it forward. Kick is in the air. Stanley with a header away, though.
O'Connor back to Storer. Storer needs an option. He goes towards Holman. Oh, he's kept it in, Holman. He's done really well. Got to get players into the box now. Dan Holman on the left-hand side. Twisting, turning, back onto his stronger foot. Right foot, puts it in. Kelly Evans, header!
Yes! Rhys Hoyness has just won it for Kettering! Oh, can you believe it? Can you just believe it? Richard Atkinson, that Tin Hat Fund, just has to go to replace the roof that had just flown down Burton Latimer High Street on the current one. Kettering have won this game with virtually the last header of the ball. Goodness gracious me! Yes!
Well, 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 what a finish for Kettering Town here this afternoon. Rhys Hoyness with the header. I think it was Kelly Evans that won it on the back post, headed it back across. Rhys Hoyness was on his own inside the 6-yard box, and all he had to do was head it over the line, which he has done so. Incredible scenes here at Latimer Park. The Kettering fans are in very, very good voice, and Kettering just need to see out now the last 20 or 30 seconds maximum now of this play. Oh, this is incredible stuff from Kettering Town. But it's not over yet. And here comes Hopkins. He's running forward for Rushden Diamonds.
Oh, no.
Plays it out to Sam Brown on the left-hand side. Puts the long ball in. Headed out by Stanley. Only as far as Hicks towards the edge of the area. Plays it forward to, I can't quite see, it's Hopkins, number 7. But Kettering shepherded him into the corner. It's a throw-in to Rushden Diamonds. 3 or 4 yards away from the far corner flag. We're just pausing for an injury
Long
to
throw-in.
a Rushden and Diamonds player who's now back up on his feet.
Well,
But it's going to be a long throw.
Last chance saloon for Diamonds. Kettering have hit by one goal, one late goal this season already. It was here. It was Redditch. Kettering do not want to be hit by another one here. Long throw in. Headed away. Volley cleared. Holman's through. Holman's through. No, he's not. He's. But there it is!
Yes! Yes!
Kettering Town have won on New Year's Day in the most dramatic of circumstances.
Mount Lewin on his knees, praising his deity this afternoon.
Oh, goodness me. Could you have written a more dramatic script? Could you have just done it? It started in, and there's some argy-bargy between Paul White now and one of the Diamonds fans, and it's nil going on. This game hasn't finished yet. There could be something there. There's a fan on the pitch that needs to get off the pitch. It's all kicking off now. It doesn't matter. Kettering have won. Nothing that they do now will change that fact. It just goes to show, never tell anyone that this rivalry doesn't matter, because it does. It does. And Marcus Law was so determined not for the headlines to be about anything else. They're not now. Paul White has sprinted down the other end of the pitch and is right in front of the Kettering Town fans. absolutely loving life. They are apoplectic over there. It's gone absolutely balmy in the tin hat stand. It's gone balmy everywhere other than the Diamond's End. And Kettering have absolutely given us a treat here. My voice is completely gone. I work in a job where I have to talk all day. This is going to be useless tomorrow. Oh, well, let's try and sum it up. The first half, uneventful. The second half, well, where do we start? It started with Diamonds taking the lead. Former Poppy Nathan Hicks with an absolute cracker into the far corner, it has to be said. And that, we thought, was going to be a long afternoon for Kettering before Lyndon Meikle picked up the ball 25 yards from goal, shifted onto his right foot and finally hit strike into the bottom corner. Keeper get a hand to it, couldn't quite keep enough. And then, drama of all drama, Rushden, number 4, Jack Westbrook,
I've never seen
was sent off for a second bookable offence. And that was it. Kettering thought the momentum was with them before Michael Richins went in an absolute cruncher of a challenge. He was off the ground. He could have no complaints. Brought the teams and the scores level. We thought the chance had gone with just seconds to go. When the ball went in, it was headed back across goal. Rhys Honis was all by himself and he just nodded it into an open net in the last minute of the game. And the Latimer Park went absolutely ballistic. Malglua is beside himself. Everyone's beside themselves. What a game of football. Gary Foreman.
I've never seen Marcus as so animated, dancing with the fans in the away, in the Kettering Town section behind the tin hat goal. Incredible scenes here at Latimer Park. Wow. I have to say, this team, you know, they never know when they're beaten, they never know when they're drawing.
Well,
they just keep coming. And
Diamonds,
they got their reward again today.
Diamonds got Fantastic. 2 goals in the last minute last week.
They did.
Against, who were they against? Whoever they were against, they were 3-1 down and got 2 goals in the last minute. But Kettering have hit Diamonds. Biggleswade, that was it. They hit Diamonds with a taste of their own medicine with a goal at the death. We are going to go downstairs, get some interviews. They will be done later. You won't see them live. We'll get them on the YouTube and what have you later. All that's left to say here is Kettering Town fans, 2019 has got off to a belter. Kettering Town 2, AFC Rushden and Diamonds 0. Goodbye.
Thank you, good night.